Yeah, hi, my name is Eric Smith. I'm originally from South Philadelphia in Gray's Ferry section, 29th and Reed. I grew up down there. They always say, talk to your kids about, don't get high, don't drink, don't smoke. I had someone like that, my grandfather, and I still ended up rebelling against him and doing everything. Early on, now, I was a sports fanatic. I was all about playing football. I had dreams of going to college. I wanted to maybe go to the NFL one day, but when I was in high school, I smoked. The one thing that I would always change is smoking weed for the first time. Because for me, that was a gateway drug, man. That put me in crowds with other people who had other drugs like Coke or Xanax or whatever, and I started experimenting, and before you know it, I didn't give a shit about anything except the drug, and it brought me down to deaths that I never thought I would be. When I think back on what I could have had, it's enough to make me cry, man. I know with my talent, I would have been a great football player. 6'5", 280.
Hey.
And
solid.
Let this be a testament to the power of drugs, man. Like, we live out here. There's guys coming out with paintball guns, BB guns, and we dodge this stuff every night and sleep out here. That is a testament to the power of addiction. We put up with this just to get another one. And it's mind-boggling, man. To people who don't know, people will say, well, you'll just stop, and it's not that easy. The most terrifying thing to an addict is being sick. That's why I'm going to share a story with you. I ended up getting an abscess on my foot. And now, I never shot up on my foot, but my foot swelled up. I don't know if you ever played with them mini footballs when you were a kid. It was about the size of that. And one night when I went to sleep on the Ave, I left my sneaker pulled open. So the next day I go to scratch, and at the corner of my eye I see something slithering up my finger. It was a maggot. Maggots had got into it and ate the entire abscess. I mean, my foot went right back down to its normal size. They ate all the poison, but they left a hole in my foot. And me being the addict and being terrified of being sick, I put it off until the pain was excruciating. There was an infection, in my foot, and it was just spreading. And I finally went to the hospital. I went to Episcopal, which a lot of addicts are afraid to go to because they treat you like an addict. But when they see my foot, they knew that I wasn't joking around or med seeking. I was the real deal. And the one lady I seen first, she said, look, I might have to amputate half of your foot. And I'm like, whoa, like, can I think about this? No, it was the guy who said that. And then the lady came back and was like, listen, I think I can do this without having to amputate. If you tell me not to amputate, I won't. So I did. I told her, don't amputate. And the surgery ended up working out fine. And I AMA'd from the hospital because I was sick. And that's another testament to how powerful the drugs were. I just had surgery. My staples or stitches could bust at any minute, and I just needed to get high. And if these videos you do, Mal, doesn't prevent kids from getting high, I don't know what will. Because this is the real deal, man.
Facts.
This is pain. This is struggle. Right now, I have no family left. All I have is 2 aunts, and I don't know how to contact them. An aunt from Cherry Hill and an aunt from Marlboro, New Jersey.
What happened to your biological parents?
Well, my dad died of septic infection. My mom, I didn't know her, but I know she died of AIDS. She contracted HIV. You know, she ran off with other people. I was in juvenile lockup one time. My dad said, "Yo, I found your mother." And I was like, "Don't bring her up." Being a stubborn kid, you know. And he's like, "I won't," but he does. And I'm trying to ignore her, but she tells me, "Look, you have 2 brothers." And I'd never met them. She showed me pictures, and at the time I was a kid, I didn't care, but as I got older I was thinking, you know what, maybe I would like to meet these guys. And we talked a few times, but nothing really came out of it. But that's, you know, that's still on the table as far as I'm concerned, man. That, you know, I would love to meet them, man.
How do you survive out here, Eric? What do you do for work? Eric, right?
Yeah, I would panhandle. I do labor work. I stay away from working for the corners, you know,
Wow.
because it always ends up bad for something I didn't do. Like, I was working on Kensington and Cambria, and one day I sat down and I had my profit. I did my 2 bags, and I wake up and everything's gone out of my pocket. And the poppy standing over here ran up to me like, "Poppy, what happened? What happened?" And I said, "Nothing." But I'm thinking, why are you asking me that? And I'm thinking this is going to get bad. And I slipped off. So now it looks like I did it, and they put money on my head.
Oh man, how long ago that was?
This was a while ago. Yeah.
You know, when you nod out, you know what happened, man.
They don't
People
want to
just
hear
wait.
that I didn't do it. You know why? Because it's people ever believe I did it. And they see me walking around the neighborhood. So that is like the ultimate disrespect.
So Eric, you're out here in a very toxic environment, brother. What has been your worst experience that has happened to you or that you have seen out here?
Me and a girl of mine were sleeping over there one time. And we wake up feeling the covers getting ripped off of us. And then I look up and there's a guy standing there with a mask, and he's saying, "Run that shit. Run that shit." And I'm looking at him in shock, like, don't you see where we're laying? And he pulls the gun and points it to my girl's head. And I'm like, "Yo, we don't got nothing. Like, what do you?" And a car comes around and spooks him. And he says, he's a black dude, he says, "Y'all niggas go to sleep." And he walked off because the car spooked him. And I don't know if that car didn't come around, I don't know what would have happened.
Man, that's scary, man. So how do you stay safe out here, Eric?
You know, I'm gonna tell you this, I have stopped sleeping down here as much. I'll go up to Northeast and sleep, you know, hold on.
Yeah, right.
Plus my size helps.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? I don't get too many people that
They're gonna
you know,
think twice.
Yeah, but I wasn't. I was 120 pounds lighter before.
Oh yeah, but
So-
with a gun, size don't matter,
No,
right?
it doesn't. And they would pull out a gun on me in a second, man.
So Eric, what advice would you give to people who? Let's start off with teenagers. What advice would you give to teens?
The advice I would give you is stop. Stop thinking, no, it won't be me. No, it's not going to be me. It's them. No, I thought the same thing. I thought that would never be me. I was Mr. Star Athlete. And you know what? I gave up all my athletics just to get high and drink.
Right.
It's that powerful.
So if you can go back in time, Eric, what would you say to your younger self?
I would tell them, don't smoke weed for the first time. Honestly, that led me down that road. And that led me to where I am right now. And, you know, I only wish I can go back.
So many of our brothers and sisters wish they can do the same thing to undo mistakes that ruin our life current. So now we about to wrap things up, Eric. Let's get off topic, all right?
Yes.
When you was a little kid, what do you want to become when you grow up?
I always wanted to go into the Army.
Why?
I always wanted to go into Special Forces. You know, I had a lot of uncles who went to Vietnam, Korean War, and that's what I wanted to do.
So what does a typical day, 24 hours in your life look like?
It's a non-stop hustle. To get drugs, non-stop hustle, man, all day, and it could be anything. Somebody could say, yo, come work for me, or you could be out panhandling, or anything can happen.
Right.
You know, but this is just this is a miserable, toxic environment.
How's your mental health out here like?
I'm surprisingly keeping it together. Barely.
It's not easy. What's your zodiac sign, Eric?
I'm a Taurus.
Yo, shout out to the Taurus. Show your sign some love.
May 4th.
Okay, all right. Do you have a favorite band or artist you listen to?
There's a lot, you know, because I like to listen to rap. My favorite rap, like as of right now, is King Von.
Okay.
But my favorite rap of all time, Tupac.
All right.
So I'm Metallica, my favorite rock band, Slayer. Right. And I like, you know, old school rock, like, you know,
classic,
Leonard
right?
Skinner, you know.
Got you. And when you look at yourself in the mirror now, what do you see?
I honestly see a failure.
Well, you're not, brother. You're still young. So many of our brothers and sisters have fought and out this pit of darkness, and you could do the same thing too. How many have you had any clean time?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's the Damon train. So loud.
The most clean time I had, 19, I went to jail for 4 years for a burglary and an arson. And well, there was dope in there, but I just got into lifting weights, and I never touched it.
Wow.
Got out, then I robbed the bank and went back, and again, I smoked weed one time, and that was it, and just dedicated to working out, man.
2 more questions and we done, Eric.
Sure.
Eric,
man.
there are a lot of people in this world who judge people who are struggling with addiction.
Yeah.
What's your message for the world?
Don't judge a person, man, just because they're down and out in addiction, man. Nobody wants to be this way. We're not living on the street because we want to. It's a struggle every day, man, just to eat. Not everybody is my size. People do get taken advantage of, man. People do stick up addicts, you know.
So last question I got for you, Eric, to take us home. What do you want the world to know about you?
I want the world to know about me that I'm not done yet, that this isn't the last chapter in my book. And I do want to say to my Aunt Kathy and my Aunt Sherry, please try to reach out to me if you can. I looked for you on Facebook and I couldn't find you, but I'd really like to talk to you. And yeah, the last chapter hasn't been written yet. I'm still moving forward.
Okay. Is there anything you're in need of that we can help you with, Eric?
You know, let me see. Probably use a pair of boots. You know, I like boots. You know,
right.
Because these are old. You know, they stink. These sneakers and.
Yeah, the struggle out here is real. You know, it's no joke. Okay, so guys, we clocking out. So guys, don't be bitter. Be better. Until next time, Mal, Eric, we out there.
And I love you guys, man. You help us out a lot. I love you. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Hey, we in this together, Eric. Yeah. So guys, peace out.
Gave you too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it let seems to follow, like a shadow, dark and cold to the touch. Am I insane not to let go? Oh, go on, just do what you do.